Good
Somebody,
afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing? It is, of course, 12:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time Thursday, unless you're in the past living in the United States and it's Wednesday night. But that's okay. You're still in the same relative time. Heron, how you doing, bro?
absolutely amazing, Andrew Hobbs, my brother. It's wonderful to be here with everyone again on our Thursday Q&A.
Thursday Q&A, and of course, look, we have had some submissions this week, but they've fallen off a little bit. Maybe that's all. There's like 6 questions here, so this could be incredibly short today, unless you've got some questions that you want to ask here, which of course we welcome. Um, Maybe it's because we're doing a good job each week, Heron, and where people actually get the answers they need. What do you reckon?
Probably, unless there's somebody opened another shop
No one wants to shop here anymore.
and they call it maybe the Friday.
But I think that's already been done. TGIFs. Thank God it's Fridays. It's a bar chain
Uh,
in the US. Been there once, I think.
yeah.
I think I went in Florida actually.
So if somebody is trying to impersonate us, then please do let us know.
Mate, they break the mold. There's no way they could do it, really. Hey, so welcome to everybody that is joining us. There's plenty of exciting things going on, and if you missed it just earlier, Rita Ashton just literally an hour ago, or just over an hour and a half ago, did a webinar on data mining, and the figures that were shared in that were just phenomenal, very very exciting. So if you get the chance, definitely go and check that out. I'm sure there'll be a recording up for that really really soon. But look, there's good things happening all around. Data mining is there's some cool figures, guys. Make sure you're on the webinar on Saturday night because there's going to be some figures released about that. Ugain is starting to create some great momentum, and make sure you're on the webinar at 11 p.m. 11 a.m. at Moscow time on Saturday to get the training. Now, guys, it's been stated before. If you're not on that training, that first training for the digital doubles, you possibly won't get. Sorry, not the digitals, the Ugain. You possibly won't get invited to the next ones. So you have to do that training to be within that first 1,000 people to be able to roll it out. So make sure you're on that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Take advantage of this initial U gain rush, we would call it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um, yeah,
The,
and
the,
it's only going to be benefiting you guys.
it,
So
totally, totally. And the figures, guys, the figures that are coming out of that, they're exciting because it's absolutely one of the things that is going to take us to that 10 million figure that we're talking about to have people in our organization. And it was stated last night and beautifully put in the leadership council call that it's actually no, it was on the AP council call, which we're going to talk a little bit about as well. Um, you know, businesses are hurting right now. Lots of businesses worldwide are hurting right now. And this will be a welcome relief for them. So they're going to welcome you in the door and say, hey, yeah, this is what we need. If you've got a database that you can bring custom to me, they're going to be definitely looking for you. So perfect timing, as they say.
absolutely, and you know what? Let's go a bit more philosophical on that. If you really want something, if you really need something, the universe will conspire to put you in the right pathway. I think everything that is happening somehow is putting us and setting us in the right pathway, which is absolutely amazing. What do you think, bro?
Yeah, yeah, 100%. 100%. Hey, I can just see some of the questions coming through here. Tony, cool that well, not cool that you've got issues, and I see Neil's in there as well. But I'm grateful for you. The, the Q and A the Q and A's aren't support Q and A's. So if you do have data mining issues, obviously I can't necessarily help you any more than I already have. So you do need to go back to either Boris or Alexander or support and see whether they can sort you out. Sorry,
Absolutely. Do you want me to just say one thing about this data mining stuff?
please do.
Cool. If you already purchased a data mining pack and you somehow activated it and it's somehow not doing that mining process, then what you need to probably do is delete the account internally, which you set it up, and then reset the data mining process. But according to Boris last night, he said he had almost 3 to 400 requests on issues. That's now been dropped to almost about 100. So they are fixing those issues really fairly quickly.
Yeah,
So Tony Pipes, I would suggest get in touch with Neil Morrison because I know you're a good friend of his, and Neil actually has a good handle on how to set it up, and surprisingly, and
Sorry,
he
Neil.
actually
I wasn't
he
even going to
actually
go
helped
there,
a
but
lot of
Aaron did.
people, and I've actually had good feedback. And he said Neil helped me out, and I was like, oh, good on that guy. He's awesome. And then so yeah, get in touch with Neil, and if that couldn't be done, then I would say Neil has direct contact to Boris, and they could help you sort it out. But yeah, it's just that simple teething issues that needs fixing. Yeah, Neil, we love you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Tony's telling you off, Aaron. That's not nice. Hey, so while we're on data mining though, we'll come to this question down at the bottom here. Is my data mining account or digital doubles data mining at the moment working account if my sales license says no? Question mark. So that's the first part. The answer to that, the short answer to that is yes. I'm currently unable to change my LinkedIn trial premium career account to sales. In the long run, is premium sales needed for digital doubles? So I just want to make sure that everyone understands premium or premium sales or sales navigator is not needed. You don't have to have it for your data mining to work. It will just make the process faster. So if you want to take advantage of that first month's trial that's free, then you should, because that means in that first 4 weeks you're going to add a lot of people to your network. And I can certainly attest to that. Almost doubled my network in LinkedIn within that 4 weeks before the first charge came out on my card. Now, I opted to keep that. You don't have to. You don't have to at all. I'm in a position where I'm able to. Great, cool. Would I suggest that everyone does that? No, but it depends on what your game is or what your goal is. And somebody asked me yesterday, do I need it? And I was like, no, but I'm looking at it for a long-term game, right? And if you go back and listen to Rita's webinar that she did this morning, it will kind of make sense to you. I want personally to add as many people to that Mega Brain database as I can, because that means my revenue share from it will be higher. So I'm playing the long game. I'm willing to miss out a little bit right now or have a little bit out of pocket right now for that long-term return. And it's taken me a long time to get my head around that. And I'm not just talking about this opportunity. It's taken me a long time to get my head around. I've always been looking for that quick fix and that instant gratification, as a lot of us were brought up that way, and a lot of us not as well. Don't get me wrong. But I'm playing their long-term game, so that's why I choose to use the premium sales. You don't have to make it work, though. That's the thing. Anything to add, Aaron?
No, I'm just looking at it and I was like, oh, cool. Perfect.
So yeah, back to what Aaron said though, guys. Deleting your account. He's not talking about deleting your LinkedIn account. He's talking about deleting your LinkedIn account from your data mining or your digital doubles back office. It's a real simple process. Just go in. There's a rubbish bin. You click the rubbish bin. And it's gone. And then you just go through that process again. And I have helped people with that has worked for them. So that would be my first suggestion.
Yeah, actually, I did that last night.
Did you?
Because my data mining didn't work, and it worked after that. So it's, as I said, simple teething issues, and just get it done.
And look, I don't. What I'm about to say isn't it's not. I'm not trying to belittle anyone at all when I say this, but a lot of the issues that are coming up are user issues. So and look, that's simply because it's new and it's something different. So it's not a shot at anyone. Just understand that patience, and if you contact someone, they should be able to help you work through it.
Absolutely. With that, next question. Would you like to take that, Andrew Hawks?
Which one? Where are we going, to the top or the bottom?
In the paper.
We're going to the top.
Question number 2.
When will CRU be listed?
Yeah.
When will CRU be listed? Okay, I think we've said this on every one of these live Q&As for the last 3 months. So, and the answer's also been brought out in the not the live Q&As, in the blockchain webinars by Maria Antianenko. So any of our watchers who've been watching us each and every week, when is that CRU likely to be listed? Just put it in the comments and we'll flash it up on the screen for everyone.
Absolutely. But to be honest, everyone, there's one saying I actually tell people. All right, whoever's willing to do something. Um, the search has to come from within. Okay, and pretty much the information has been given, and we repeat, it is a projected timeline, projected roadmap. So it just gives us a benchmark or a number to look forward for. But yeah, one thing which is apparent, Andrew Hawks and everyone, we all know this, that it will be listed. So
Yeah, absolutely.
soon, very soon.
Yeah, sooner than people probably realize. Okay, so coming back to the top question here, and I see Giordani's answered the question when you watch the webinar. That's when it'll be listed like that. So absolutely, we've got to take some personal responsibility here. So and this actually leads perfectly into this question. I joined this opportunity in 2017, and I would like to know where I can find guidance or steps to take to grow my investment. Depends what you've invested in. But that said, all of the education is under the education tab, and that's where all of it is. It's all there. You can go through it step by step, and it breaks it down exactly what you need to do in order to grow your investment. Of course, the 8 rules of the private investor is a really good place to start. The 5 commandments, of course, being the second of those 8 rules, and the first of the 5 commandments is put 10% of your money away each month, or put it into something that's going to grow.
Absolutely.
Your upline should be able to help you with that too. But yeah, it's all there. It always has been.
Yeah, actually, Andrew, thanks for bringing that up. A lot of people, when we say upline, people still don't get it. All right, we just want to say, the communication flow for every business builder here or every networker here, pretty much anyone, is the person who invited you, the person who got you started up, the person who set you up, and that should be the absolute person that should be your point of contact. And that person could have been me, could have been Andrew Hawks, could have been Neil Morrison himself. But then somehow, I think if you're listening, watching to this right now, you somehow will be connected to us anyway. But then let your leaders feel like leaders too. Give them something to do. That's when you build their confidence, and that active upline will have the confidence to move forward. If straight away you're going to be pointing to one person, it's going to be delayed. But let's make all this small mini leaders to become this big leaders, and that's where the magic happens.
Absolutely. And Alan Nelson's just put a comment in there, more like your active upline. So
Yeah.
absolutely go and find your active upline. And of course, for those in the Australian region, we have a 1300 number too that you can ring and say, hey, what's going on? I need some support with here. And of course, you'll hear Alan's voice on the end of that when you do call that. Cool. Here's this next one. This is actually a cool talking point, and I want to open this up to. Hold on. Okay, I'm just reading your question here, guys. Just wanted to confirm. Is it that the offers of exchange from CRU to fiat money stay on the main offer page for up to a week? My offer is supposed to list straight after I put my CO up. It will list, yes, and it depends on how long you choose, because now there's 4 or 5 different options that you can choose for. It can be 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours, and I think 140 40 odd hours or 168 hours, something like that. So there are a number of choices now that you can do as to how long it will list for. Then it will drop off, but it does go straight up onto the list. Yes. Now, coming to this question, I want to open up this up to everybody here as well, because I'd love your feedback on it, guys. Now, I'll come back. Yeah. So the first question that I've got here is, can you convince the guys in charge to not call it multi-level crowdfunding? What's wrong with network crowdfunding? Multi-level screams pyramid scheme. We don't need to create more blocks for people to get over. Thanks, GB. I'm not sure who GB is, and I'd love your guys' feedback on this, but I'm going to give you mine first. That question or that statement is more of is one of your own insecurities, not the company's. And guys, we need to understand, and it's up to us as leaders to portray it correctly, because multi-level marketing is a legitimate business model. It is a legitimate business model that's been around for over 70 years. Now, it's been around for over 70 years because it works. Now, yes, unfortunately, there are some unscrupulous companies that shit on everyone, for lack of a better word, using the guise of multi-level. However, it is a legitimate business model, and it's up for us to remove that stigma around it. Um, Calling it by another name doesn't change what it is. It's exactly what it is. So we need to. I don't think that Andre is going to change it. He's really quite attached to the multi-level crowd investing tag. So I don't think there's going to be any changes there. It's up to us to look at it.
Absolutely. You know what? Um, I'm this is what I personally believe. All right, there has been this has been some companies, some organizations have really messed it up in the middle, and that's where you have this stigma attached with it when it comes to pyramid of multi-level marketing. Okay, but I think we are here to prove to people that, you know what, we are one of those companies that will make it, will be fine. We're actually doing the right thing to move forward.
Yeah.
I think that way, we need, it's not up to Andre, it's not up to the management, it's not up to the presidential council. It's actually up to every single person who's part of this organization. So, you have a big part to play in it.
We do. We have an incredibly big part to play in it. And that's one of the reasons I really like Eric Worre, is because, the whole reason the MLM industry has a bad name, and as much as we're multi-level crowd investing, we're slightly different. We're still in that industry, whether we like that or not. But the whole reason the MLM industry has a bad name is because of distributors. Distributors going out and saying, yeah, it's going to be easy. You're going to make a heap of money. In 3 weeks, you're going to be a millionaire. Okay, I might be slightly exaggerating about that, right? But that is why MLM has a bad name. If we were actually honest and said, no, this is a legitimate business, and it's actually going to take you doing some work, getting off your backside and going out and making it happen for you to make money. Look, the money's there to be made, and there's a lot of money to be made, but you actually have to work. If we were honest about that, then we wouldn't have the stigma that we've got. And look, guys, I won't lie. I work really hard. I know Harren works really hard. I know Rita works really hard. Rita posted the other day that she thought it would be rude not to visit the fridge at 3:30 on her way to 2:30 on her way to bed. That's the dedication that our leaders have. That's what it takes to succeed. Now, we do that for 2 or 3 years so we can live the rest of our lives like most people can't. Instead of working 40 years for the same minimal pay packet each week, we're willing to put in the hard mahi, the hard yards, the hard work now for those 2 to 3 years so that we can have that payoff. And if we're honest about that, sure, we might not get as many people joining us, but we'll get the right people. And I'll tell you what, your income will explode because of it. Just my thoughts.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? Business apart, um, I'll be honest, because it's quite emotional to me, because a lot of people might think, we make fun of each other over here, especially me, Andrew, and you. But I'll be honest, the network marketing pathway, this whole journey, has not given me good friends, has not given me good mentors, but it's actually, jokes apart, even if this company is not involved anymore, we're somehow not part of it anymore, I still think I got a big brother called Andrew Hawks, and I got a great family friend and uncle called Neil Morrison. So this relationship that I have with them will go forever and ever and ever. And that way, in that case, network marketing is pretty good because it's given me friends for life. So I don't know how you're gonna put it. So yeah.
Yeah. So, guys, I really don't think that Andre is going to change the name of what we do. Even if he did, at the end of the day, it's still the same thing. So it's up to us to get past that. It's up to us to present the right things to people in order to help them understand the benefit of multi-level marketing or multi-level crowd investing. And look, multi-level marketing or network marketing, whatever you want to call it, it's the same thing, has generated a lot of income for a lot of people. And where that was at $100 million, I can't remember the exact figures anymore, we'll go 10 times higher than that in multi-level crowd investing. So I'm quite excited. Now, here's another one. Is there any chance the company is going to put out some materials, videos we can use to promote our businesses that are not 2 hours long? Boring as hell or full of MLM rah-rah. That kind of really comes back into... actually, I'm guessing that's probably the same person, because that's thanks Jeff, and then the next one's thanks GB. So there's a chance this could be the same person. Amazing product. We need to have succinct profession. Yeah, absolutely. And you guys, here's the thing. We've got to stop. This is our business. This is your business. 100% your business. So if you want those things, take the responsibility and create them. If you can't create them yourself, then work with someone who can. It's not up to the business to give you everything on a plate and feed you with a silver spoon. You've actually got to do some work for it yourself as well. And the likes of Andrew Twelvetree, Rita Ashen, myself, we've created tools like that we can give to people. All you got to do is ask sometimes. I know that Mila went through and did a whole heap of videos years ago. They've been updated since, but they're all there, and they're all in your back office as well. You actually got to look for them. But if you want a specific tool, either ask someone for that specific tool or create it, because that's what leaders do. That's what entrepreneurs do to be able to succeed in their business. And the sooner we start taking responsibility, actually tomorrow night's topic on Marathon has got some personal responsibility in there, but as soon as we take responsibility for our actions, our results, we'll start having better results. Heron, what do you think?
Yeah, Gary Ryan, I absolutely love that word, my friend, accountability. I am not, what, that word has changed my life, and I know what, I am nowhere closer to live up to that word, but I'm trying all my level best to be an accountable person. So accountability is an absolute, a hard word to live up with, but if you manage to get it right, it's golden.
Absolutely.
A lot of people don't be accountable for things these days.
Hey, Heron, do you want to take this next one? Because I think it's probably more in your field of expertise. Many countries are trying to establish central bank digital coins.
Yep. All right. Now, I'll give you a brief understanding of this, and I know Rita Ashen is here. She could put something in the comment. If Rita. So the question is, many countries are trying to establish central bank digital coins. You are absolutely right, because recently in Washington D.C. they actually the legislation has actually passed saying that Bitcoin is now a form of money. So it is. And we all know why they're doing that, don't we, Andrew Hooks?
Yeah, absolutely. They can't fight it.
Is this establishment would be any of a problem for private company tokens like ours for in the future? I don't absolutely think so, because there will be there's going to be, put it this way, government is going to regulate things. They are going to come up with their own, but then there are also going to be private things that are equally going to work and that are going to go further. And Andre always has said, if at all, we want to be the trendsetters. We want people to look at us and actually replicate us, if possibly in the future. All right, and we are trying to follow the big guys as well. So let the central bank digital coins come, and then you will see that our CRU or USDU or UNTB could be exchanged to one of those. That's when I see a real success. So that way, I truly believe that it won't affect us huge. It will just be because I remember Rita said this in one of the webinars earlier. It's a community we're building behind it. Okay, if there are enough users supporting us, our token, our coins, then I don't think it will stop us. They have to embrace it rather than shut it down. So with that, I think that's what I would say. It won't affect us. It's all about the people, which are us, whoever's watching this. So
absolutely, and I think the mere fact that they've actually ratified BTC as an official money now really speaks volumes to what's happening. And keep in mind, guys, we've said this before as well. Excuse me, sorry. We've said this before as well that we are in the innovation phase of that law of diffusion of innovation, right? That parabolic curve, or that bell curve rather. we are in the innovation phase. So there's innovation, early adopters, early majority, late majority, the laggers, right? That's how that works. We're in the innovation phase. Innovation and early adopters are the people that benefit most, right? So I'm really excited for that we will be able to exchange. And there's something else. I'll come back to that, but just put a pin in that for a second about CAU, about SEC and all that, because we're going to come back round to something. We'll probably finish up on it. Yes, sir. Cool. Thanks.
Absolutely. Rita said it really well as well. Private companies have to exist because we have assets that back that up. So until our assets are there, do not worry. You guys are in safe hands.
Yeah.
At least I can promise that.
And that's someone who sees what's going on the monetary side of things quite regularly, guys. Like Heron is he converses with Andre on a daily basis pretty much as to what we're going into next. And there's some exciting things coming down the pike for that too, let me tell you.
And you're absolutely right, Neil Morrison, with abs.
With caps?
Abs.
Oh, with abs, yeah.
So, guys, let's put it this way. At the moment, Harin has a single bag. Sooner or later, Harin is going to have 6 bags.
You crack me up.
Does it make sense?
It does, 100%.
That's not making fun of you, Neil, so I made fun of myself.
To those in the know. All right. Okay, cool. Let's this next one here. Data mining bonuses. Does it finish at the end of this month of July? My advice to you is make sure you're on the webinar on Saturday night. Was that too obvious? Or So the question was, in case you missed it, data mining bonus. Does it finish at the end of this month, July? Make sure you're on the webinar on Saturday night and you'll find out what's going on. So that one's answered. I love this. I love it when somebody asks, starts their question with, this might be a dumb question, but I love it when somebody does that. So let me read it in full. This might be a dumb question, but when does CAU go public? Do the punters who purchase get monthly bonuses, etc., or just dividends? So there's actually 2 questions in that. The public one, we've already spoken about that. Actually, I'm going to share something else with you guys as well, just for your information. And then bonuses or dividends. So loyalty bonus suggests that you need to be loyal to the company to get it. They'll definitely get the profit bonus, or later on when it becomes dividends. That's what they will get with that. That's part of that package. Loyalty bonuses actually stop in October of 21 anyway. So look, they may or may not get them. I would hazard on the size of not, but only members of NEEW will get that. Right. Anything to add to that one here?
I like it when somebody thinks they ask us a question and they just went like, yes, sir. Back at you, sir.
And like what Heron's talking about is we do have a question. It literally says, yes, sir.
Yeah, you have to bring it down a little.
Haven't seen a 6-pack in 6 years, in 30 years. Shane, you can buy them at the Bottle Oak. No? Okay. Okay, so that's actually all the questions. Cool. So I'm going to circle back around. Actually, where I was going to say something about, right. So I'll circle back what I talked about the pin in a second. But the first thing, guys, let me read this again to make sure I get what I was talking about.
Yeah, go for it. It's absolutely amazing to see how many 6-packs have gone missing for over 30 years.
Mine's been missing for a while too.
We'll bring it back, guys. Let's do it.
Here it is. This is what I want to say. Don't feed the trolls.
Yes.
If you've got the only way a living organism lives is if you feed it. If it gets food or sustenance from somewhere. And trolls are no different. And I'm talking about internet trolls. Now, unfortunately, there is a group, and many of us have found it on Facebook, and unfortunately, it gets suggested to our partners because it has similar name in the title, and it actually has our old logo in it. Now, this is a group that literally just shits all over our company. Now, we're doing our best to have that group shut down, but my advice is don't feed the trolls. Don't feed them. Don't give them any oxygen. Don't give them any reason to fire back at you. They are clearly uneducated. They are clearly Neanderthalic. I don't know if that's a word. I might have made that up. What's a week go by without making up a word? But guys, just don't feed them. Focus on the positive stuff, because what you focus on expands. And if you're going to focus on the negative crap, you're going to get a lot more of it. You're better off to focus on where you are heading. We know what we have our hands on. It's not up to us to convince idiots at all. And I've always said there's only one person you need to convince, and that's yourself. If you yourself are not convinced, you will never be able to succeed in anything. And I'm not just talking about this, I'm talking about with anything you do in life. Unless you are convinced yourself that you can do it, you'll have a hard job getting anyone else involved in it either. So just a word to the wise. Thoughts on that, Karen?
Spot on. Absolutely spot on. And you know what? With that, guys, Andrew is just, we try to be something that we are not. All right. And the moment we start embracing ourselves, that's when the magic happens. All right. And when I say magic, it's actually magic because I've experienced it. When you have like-minded people around you, that's absolutely, it's going to change your life. And we people, we always try to go with the crowd, go with the masses, right? And we always think about tomorrow, don't we, Andrew? We always think about what's going to happen tomorrow, when Sierra is going to be listed, when is Andre going to do this, when is the investment department going to do that. Always tomorrow.
Absolutely. And we do. And you know what?
Okay.
That takes the joy out of right now.
All right, but I'll tell you, one of my idols since I was 4-year-old kid. Okay, we probably don't know him. Andrew knows him.
Hold on, can I say it? Can I say it?
Yeah, go for it.
Rajinikanth.
He's a wonderful, wonderful actor, and I really idolize him. And trust me, I worship him. I'm not even embarrassed about it. But one of the words that he has said, because he is an elderly man now, he's almost 70, 75 years old. He's been in the film industry for almost 50, which is amazing. And one thing he has said is, because he has seen a lot of failures in his life before he could reach success, and he's almost number one in India and South India right now. And he was the first dark-skinned actor in India. Before that, everyone was, fair-skinned and stuff like that. We're not talking about skin color, but at that time it was a stigma again. Okay, and one thing he said, whatever I'm experiencing today is because of my yesterday's deeds. What I did right yesterday, what I set myself to yesterday, what I planned yesterday, and what am I experiencing today is based on my deeds, what I did yesterday. So where is tomorrow, guys? Where is tomorrow? Tomorrow is in our hands today. So have your day right. Start your day off right. And pretty much do what you need to do today, like today is the last day in the earth, and that's where we're gonna be a better person.
Absolutely. Like I like what you said there, bro. It's you always have this infinite wisdom about you, mate. You're wise beyond your years, and I know that's no small thanks to your father and your mother for the way they raised you. So I'm incredibly grateful for that. Guys, so I wanted to come back to something that I put a pin in before, and you think that I can remember what it was? Hey, can you remember what we were talking about before when I said that, Heron?
Can I actually forgot about it.
Actually, there's a couple of other things that we do need to cover as well.
The AP Council, if you want to welcome them, would be nice.
We definitely, yeah. Well, hey, go for it.
So, guys, as you would have remembered, for the past 2 weeks, me and Andrew Hawks have mentioned that we are looking for fresh talents and for people who really want to make a difference in the Asia Pacific region. It's your time to apply. And the wonderful Sarah Hawks and Rita Ashen have taken their time to go through videos, look at some people, look at the credentials, and actually have interviewed with them. And yesterday was the official first meeting with this new lot of wonderful leaders. So Shane Boss is one of them, Raymond Whitey, Danny Taylor, Carmen Walker. Who else do we have?
Lossi,
Carmen Walker, Sam Losi,
Maranovic.
yes, and we had Sam Karga. Wonderful to have one of the Kargas in the AP console as well. Um, and we're absolutely looking forward for wonderful time with them. Because new leaders are born and created within. So we are looking forward for you're gonna see some massive momentum happening in this region, and we've always said the Asia Pacific Council have always been the benchmark to everyone in this world. We like to keep it that way. So we welcome you guys. You guys are awesome, and we absolutely looking to work with you guys. So Davina Masi and Liberty Bailey Pakalani,
Stuart
she's on,
Whitney's in there as well, as
and yes,
Gary's just said.
and Stuart Whitney, and who else? Who else is there? Sorry, guys, it's just on top of my head.
There was of course a lot of people that did apply for that, and we want to say thank you for your submission for that. It was amazing to see so many capable, like-minded people that really want to take this company forward. It's definitely really cool to see. And I know there's been a lot of people that have been wanting to do something and wanting to put their hand up and step forward, but weren't really sure on the way to do it. So we really want to acknowledge all of those people that did apply. If you weren't successful this time, please make sure that you continue to work on the things that were pointed out, and definitely apply again next time, because these aren't permanent roles, guys. These, you'll be able to roll through these and get the experience that you need and continue to grow. So well done to everyone who did in fact apply, and even more so to those that were successful this time around. So look forward to working with you as all. Now,
And one more person.
yeah, go.
Craig Richards. I have
Oh,
not
of course,
forgotten
yeah, can't
anyone.
forget Craig. Absolutely.
Craig Richards.
Craig Richards, absolutely, 100%. Where is it? Shane, here it is. So Shane saw this flash across the screen before in one of the tickers that we do have across, and I'll put it across again. Disappears from EIPs in September. Who can explain to Shane what that means? And it's strange that you've only picked that ticker up this week. It's been going for the last 4 Q&As. But it is, and I will explain it if no one else has got anything to put in the chat.
Cool. And you know what? Me and Andrew Hawks have always been the students of Sun Tzu. And we love Sun Tzu too much.
Not too much. Sun Tzu was very wise. Okay, so I don't see anything coming through yet, so I'm going to say it, Shane. It is because after September, after we go to, that's exactly what I needed to come back to. After we go to the exchange, okay, and I'll come back to that in a second, CRU will no longer be available with our EIPs. That's what that's about. There'll be something else that'll come in and take its place, I am sure. Could be UK, could be something to do with digital doubles, could be any number of things that we have, and we've said that in the last few weeks. As Neil just said, be replaced with something equally exciting, launched into the blockchain. And there's a crow out there, stone the crows. So what I was coming back to, and this is what I wanted to put the pin into, is when we are talking to people about listing on the exchange, and I did say this to our leadership council last night, so this will flow out to you guys, I'm sure. And this is for you right here, and we're in a closed environment. We're inside of our group here doing this live. But guys, we are launching on an exchange, okay? Not on our exchange. We're listing on an exchange, okay? Now, the wording in that is incredibly important, okay? Because it is a conflict of interest, or it is actually illegal for us to own the exchange and to have our listing on it, okay? So that's very much frowned upon. So when we're talking to people, we are listing on an exchange, okay? Now, through arm's length, okay, so this is all legitimate. You can do arm's length transactions. We will still be associated with that exchange, but it's not ours, okay? So we just need to get that language right in that sense, just to keep ourselves safe. Cool, perfect. Rita, are you talking, Aaron, or are you?
Can you hear me?
Can now.
Yeah, cool.
Well, just.
Oh, good. All good. I think I woke up my brother. He was like, "You're too loud, man."
You're getting excited. He should be out of bed anyway. Young man that he is.
Oh, he had a game playing hockey last night, so he just resting. But I think I'm too loud today. Maybe the excitement. Oh, you got a new cup.
I got this in Pennsylvania.
Nice.
It was
Andrew, the
there's
legend.
there's a man. I wish I could remember the name of it. It's a buffet, all you can eat. It's one of the largest buffets in the States. Just run by Amish, I think. If not Amish, the other ones, Pennonites. Really, really cool gift shop, amazing buffet. I was taken there by Rosalind to start with. It was just awesome, just awesome.
Oh, wow.
Wish I could remember
We
the
have to
name of
go
it.
back there. Actually, speaking about food, I think me and Andrew Hawks just made a pact, or Neil would hate this. This is after I have the abs, Neil. Okay, I promise. We're gonna go to Japan and have that soba noodles. Remember
Yeah,
that challenge? That was
100 bowls.
amazing to look at. I'm gonna do it.
Hey, that's a really cool question, Linda. Has the graphic design position been filled? I haven't seen any news otherwise, but I will find out for sure. And please come back and definitely ask it next week because I'll make a note here to ask that question. I know exactly who to ask. Um, so I'm just writing this
Well,
down.
well, um, graphic design position for education department has been filled, but the overall company not yet, I think.
So the
But
education
yeah,
part.
that should be checked. I'm not 100% sure because I'm sure you are seeing all these wonderful new slides been pumping out of these summary meetings and close meetings, and that's all from the new designer. But that's education department.
Rita got it.
Um,
Shady Maples. Yes, it was Shady Maples.
Shade
Yeah.
Maple.
So yeah, no. Okay, Heron's right. You've seen the great slides coming out of the education department. So there's definitely stuff been filled in that sense. But as you said, there's still a big
Shady
involvement.
Maples? Is that a term that I don't know?
No, Shady Maples. That's the name of the buffet where I got this. It's run by the Pennonites
Ah,
or the
sorry.
Mennonites. I can't remember. They're Amish, but they're not
Shady.
Amish. They're Amish, but they you I don't know. There is a slight difference, but I
That
can't remember
place
what the top it is.
definitely sounds shady. We'll go there. No one can
The
find us.
food's pretty good. The food is really good. That's right, because Rita went with us the first time. That's right. Rita was there. Rita was there when I bought that cup.
Awesome.
When's the company listed on the exchange? Can someone new sign up within our crypto unit blockchain? Once it's listed on an exchange, yeah, people will be able to get a wallet. They'll be able to purchase if they want to. It'll be slightly different to what you see um, on the likes of a Bitcoin wallet or an Ethereum wallet because they're utility tokens and there's no regulation or anything behind them. Whereas with the security token, with the CAU, it is a security token, so it will be slightly different, but it'll be similar.
Guys, let's put your head around this. Let's put this into perspective, all right? In early days when Microsoft and Apple they came into existence, all right? They were competing not only for the devices, all right? They were competing for the software. They were thinking they're going to have the best word processing software out there in the market and they're going to change the world. But then look at them now. They are in a whole new different game here. Okay? Would you agree with that, Andrew Hawks?
100%.
So what we start off right now, we are absolutely, I'm going to tell you, just be ready for the changes, not drastic changes. These are the pathway we're moving forward and we will evolve. Things will evolve. We will get into that what's needed at that time. So if you're worried about what's going to have happen right now, then guys, I'm looking at Neil Morrison and Andrew are looking at a future which is unimaginable.
I love the word you use there, man. Evolve. We're definitely evolving. We're definitely going through an evolution, and I can I sense that there'll be a lot of people that will evolve to be incredibly rich at the end of it, both materially, mentally, physically. So yeah, very very cool. Craig, you've asked a really cool question here. After we go to the exchange, I assume it will become a financial product. So will this affect the way we deliver the education pack and associated gift? Yes, 100%. And that is why there's no CAU after we go to the exchange, because of exactly what you've just said there. So guys, if you're trying to wrap your head around why there'll be no CAU, it's because it will become a financial product and we'll no longer be able to give it away the way that we do. This is something that's come back from the SEC, guys. This is what you need to do. The same as the lockdown period's 365 days now as opposed to what it was originally. And that's at the request of the SEC, and for obvious reasons. So, yes, it will.
Absolutely. Neil, we're just getting started. You're absolutely right, my friend. We are going to evolve.
Hold on, here's do.
And you know, I think the people in SEC hates me.
No, they don't. Okay, so Sandra's just asked this question here. Can I get clarity on an old question, as I've been told yes and no? If there were past members, not new members of NEW, who registered in VIP for their first time is the key there, were they eligible for the 250 CAU bonus no matter what month they paid their VIP? Well, no, it depends on what month they paid, because if they paid it in a certain month, they could be 350 as opposed to 250. So all old timers, as we're calling them, if they've registered for the first time for VIP, then they're eligible to some COU, depending on what date they did register.
Yeah, the term that Andrew actually mentioned earlier was actually grandfathering the system.
That's right.
So if you grandfathered it, then revive your grandfatherhood.
I like what John said. There will be another project. Yes, John, there will be.
Absolutely, John. There'll
And
be.
Bob, yes,
And
wealthy in all aspects of life, not just rich in a few. 100%. 100%. What I just said, guys, it may have seemed a little cryptic. It will make much more sense in the coming weeks, I promise. Much more. I hate that cliffhanger. So you have to come back next week now to find out what.
yeah, I know.
That's that open loop for the next Q&A.
You know, guys, if you remember, Andrew, couple of weeks ago, I won't be couple, maybe a few weeks ago, that we actually said something to everyone, and there's 84 people here watching us today. Was something that which was quite personal to me and Andrew, because Andrew does this on regular basis, and I try to do it. Okay, is actually getting in touch with yourself. Okay, not touching yourself, getting in touch with yourself. Okay, and what I mean is, you know, a lot of us, you know, we try to be great leaders, great mentors, great person, just being there for someone, friends, family, and everyone else. Okay, but we always forget that, you know, there's one important person in our life that we never actually given so much time to. We take them for granted, and I specifically mean that person is YOU. Okay, um, and you know, if possible, if anybody have experienced, you know, actually spending that 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes with yourself, and tell me just put in the chat, how did you feel? If you haven't done it yet, then I would say explore it today. You know, take some time out, compose yourself. If you want to take a piece of paper and write things down, go for it. You want to put a headphone on and you want to listen to some music and just be there for yourself. Or even if you want to take a long walk and just talk to yourself and don't worry about the other people who think you're crazy. My brother does this on a regular basis, but I actually think he's crazy. But still, you know, do that, you know. And the reason is you will actually get in touch with yourself, and you might get answers for the questions that you never had before. It has happened to me before. So get in touch with YOU, because that person, that version 2.0 which is inside of you, is actually begging you to begging to be heard, and know that. So yeah, go for it.
Yeah, no, cool, exactly, and it's so important to do that. And our opportunity tends to attract a lot of people that are giving of themselves. They want to give, they want to contribute, they want to make sure that other people are comfortable and well off, and that's great, a great attribute to have. But we can only do that so long without tending to ourselves. And I love what Carmen's put up here, is that we must fill our own cups first, so that we can overflow for others. And it's so true. We do have to look after ourselves. And look, you know, it doesn't matter who you are. You're going to go through a phase at some stage where you haven't looked after yourself and you're going to hit a wall. If you haven't looked after yourself, you're definitely going to hit a wall. And I've done that on a number of occasions, and it's tiresome. So you're better off just to look after yourself to start with. I'm coming back here. Nirakana, I hope I've said your name right. Nirakana. Heard that there'll be training for 1,000 people for UGAN. I'm asking to participate if you meet the criteria but don't reside in those 10 countries. That's a really good question. And I actually don't know. Heron, do you know the answer to that one?
Uh, from what I understand, the training that this Saturday is actually open to anyone, everyone.
This weekend is,
So
yes.
take advantage of that, and then it depends on the momentum and um, you know if at all your country is targeted, then yeah. But I think this week there's gonna be delivered the same thing which is supposed to be for the 1,000 people, but it's open for everyone now. That's what I understood. I could be wrong.
Oh, there
And
is further training after it. So this
yeah.
weekend is open for everyone. I dare say there'll be more information about your question, and you'll certainly be able to ask it on Saturday night, specifically to Dragos.
Yeah. So Nirikana, if you don't mind, can we know which country you're from? Because I know if you're from New Zealand, then Neil Morrison has been working really hard to be one of those 10 countries.
Oh, and I got some news through last night that certainly suggests that's definitely one of the case. There's going to be a subsidiary company opened in New Zealand. So watch the space, guys. Exciting things happen.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
So there you go.
Question 2, Liberty. What happens to inactive accounts, e.g. if a customer paid VIP first month, they get their bonus CAU and it became inactive? Their CAU still valid? Yes, it's still valid. Still valid, and it'll be available inside of their TNG group tab in their account. So
yeah, but make sure they are verified. If it's going to be those accounts are not verified, then yeah.
I love this, Liberty. The corporate world call it mindfulness. It's the in thing at the moment. It's been the in thing for me for a few years, but I still forget it sometimes. Mindfulness, I like it. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Actually, schools are doing it now too.
Yeah. Actually,
Harlan
yeah.
and Emerson meditate 5 minutes a day or something like that at school. I'm just going through these questions in here, guys.
Nirikana is from Canada. All right, I'm pretty sure Canada was not on the list, but United States is. Am I right?
Yeah. USA definitely is. Yep.
It will be just a matter of time before Canada gets it.
Given that Canada's so close, how close to the border are you? Do you go into the US much? Then potentially you could. Okay, Chris, I'm going to flash this up on the screen and just read it again. If you buy a CRU on the exchange, can you put in the unlocked tokens on a ledger? If you buy it on the exchange, there'll still be a lockup period of 365 days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So even if you buy them on an exchange, then you're still going to have that 365 days. They'll still be on a ledger, but they won't be unlocked.
Absolutely, and Niels put a comment there because he's recently been in touch with
Dragos
himself. Yeah, so it's open for everyone who are VIP and over $1,000 invested for this weekend, and the top 1,000 will get first opportunity to promote the UGAIN project to merchants and specifically those 10 countries. So just watch the space, Nirikana, because the goal is to get worldwide. The 10 is merely a test point and to expand our region where we already have people. Canada is not very far away, and we would love to have those maple syrups in our UGAIN system.
Absolutely. Canadian maple syrup's the best. There you go, cool. And this is another one here from Neil. You're going to be worldwide, so once you get the training and learn now, once your country opens, you'll be first off the block. So yeah, absolutely. That probably answers your question there, Nirakana, and it's great to have Neil here with that inside information as well, because he definitely knows more about that than me at this time. I've been tied up with a few other things. Actually, here's another announcement for you guys. It has been decided it was a very laboured decision, and Heron knows this, right? Heron sent me a message today and it said it was exactly a year ago today that the task group was set up for Eventi for India last year. So we know Eventi in India was mid-October last year. So it's just over 8 weeks from now, right? It's the same sort of time frame. So with that, guys, we don't know what's happening with the borders. We don't know if there's going to be a second wave or what is happening around the world right now. So a laboured decision was made that Eventi would not go ahead in a live format this year. It will be an online format. Now, those people that, and this will be, I'm sure will be covered again on Saturday night as well, but those people who did qualify within the marathon for their tickets for Eventi, they will be honoured for next year. And by the sounds of it, for the online Eventi this year, it will be free for partners to attend. Now, that said, there's still 8 weeks for us to get it sorted. There's still a big logistical challenge ahead of us to make sure that it happens. We've still got multiple locations around the world that we have to get and make sure it's good quality for you all. So just know that the work has started for that, guys, but it's not going to be live this year. Unfortunately, it is going to be an online broadcast.
How cool is that? From the comfort of your home.
You'll be able to go to Eventi in your PJs.
Exactly. Get some KFC and cup of tea and connect with this.
Or a cup of coffee.
Cup of coffee and
on that
maybe
note,
maybe like Neil, cup of blend.
Yeah. On that note, what we're looking at currently, and this may change, but what we're looking at is having specific centers around the world. So those centers that are broadcasting the speakers from there, then there'll potentially be the opportunity, depending on the size of the venue, for people in that locale to be able to go to those broadcast centers and catch some of it live as well. So we'll let you know further to the date on what's going on with that, but it's kind of exciting. Definitely a big challenge, but it's going to be fun.
Definitely going to be fun.
We'll be locked in and attending. I love that, Margaret. Perfect.
Who's excited?
My sister's in Ngarawahia. I should hook you guys up. She's in our company. Sorry, carry on here.
Yeah, who's excited? Like, we, as Andrew said, we have waited a very long time to actually mention this, and yeah, it's going to be online. It's pretty cool. Just watch this space. And yeah, office parties will be huge. I'm pretty sure that office parties will be the next big thing over here. In terms of the broadcast services, we're actually looking for hotspots, like what Andrew said earlier. Australia is definitely one of them. So.
Yep, definitely. Hey Kim, this is a cool question. What format will it be in? Will we be able to cast on your TVs? Yes,
of course.
It should be HD, so that's the plan.
You can cast on your TVs, the projectors, or...
Now, I have to ask, David, which time? I was on stage a bit at Eventi. Which time did I look like as on my PJs? When I had my Shovani on, or... Because I tell you what, the pants for my Shovani definitely felt like pajama pants.
Very comfy.
Absolutely. 100%. Better stock up on some vodka.
Exactly. Better stock up on for vodka and tequila. Actually, and I'm sure Dennis would have been watching this. He would love to have some tequila.
All right, guys, there's no other questions that are coming through right now. There's no more on our sheet. But remember, if you do want to submit questions, if there's something that comes up on your radar during the new week and go, I'd really like to know the answer to that, then please come to the Asia Pacific group, go to the top of the page and the banner where it is, click on the banner, and it will take you to the link that takes you to the form that you can fill out. So I'll just flash that across the screen again for you guys down the bottom. No, that's the wrong one. You can put the right one on. That one. Flash it across the screen. So if you want to take this link down, you can. And I think I might have even put it in the description today of this live, so you can submit questions from here as well. And we'll be able to pick it up next week. Not a problem. Could we make you understand what is happening? With which, Julie? Hold on, let me go back. You might have already said something.
Tony Pipes. We absolutely embraced that comment, my friend, and we actually would like to be a wonderful comedy duo one day.
We'd say about that URL that we got last week. What was it? Two guys ranting?
Two guys ranting and the drunk
and the
uncle.
Drunk uncle.
The first time we and Andrew Hawks actually met in Gold Coast, remember, Andrew, when I first flew over? The song that came to my mind is from the movie American Tail. We are a duo, so yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, Julie, I can't find anything else that we've said there. Can you make you understand what is happening with which, please? If you give me some context, then we might be able to help. Thanks, Margaret. Appreciate that. Any more advancements on your podcast? No updates yet. We could start them soon. It's 1:30. The booth's ready at the office, so we could certainly start doing them from there. No problem at all. Cool. Well, okay. I can put you in touch with my sister. She doesn't know that much, but she's at least a contact. But Neil will be able to help you out as well. Twins, yeah, exactly, Kerry. We are brothers from another mother.
Exactly. See, we even got same color shirts on.
Except yours is Iron Man and mine's like Legacy.
Exactly. So with that, guys, I would like to say thank you from myself, and whatever you do it just like how you feel. Like, do it like whatever it takes. Okay, whatever it takes. So with that, guys, stay classy from me, Harry Arun.
Absolutely, guys, and thank you very much, Heron, for always being here with us each and every week. And guys, just remember the key takeaways today. Don't feed the trolls. Something else, just on and off note, because this was something I wanted to say. Guys, we've had multiple people contacting the SEC because they think they're quite smart. All it's doing is slowing down our process. So we know they've been contacting the SEC because the SEC have been telling us. So now you know that we are definitely in contact with the SEC. So they're just slowing down the process. If you know people that are ringing them, tell them to stop it. They're just going to ruin it for all of us. So anyway, guys, have an amazing day. Have an amazing weekend. Heron, I'll see you tomorrow night for Dosa at Dosa Hut up here at my place. Heron's about to go get on a plane and come to the Gold Coast. Fingers crossed. But anyway, guys, because we've got heaps of planning to do for Eventi. It's been great to be here with you guys. We love you all. Keep up the good work, and we'll see you all next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. See you later. Paka paka.